Have you ever dreamed of having a garden that keeps giving year after year? Imagine a bountiful oasis where you plant once and harvest forever. Welcome to the concept of a never-ending garden. A paradise of productivity that's not only possible, it's also incredibly rewarding. This isn't just about creating a visually stunning garden, but rather, it's about cultivating a sustainable source of fresh, nutritious produce right at your doorstep. It's about reaping the fruits of your labor, quite literally, season after season. Now, the secret to a never-ending garden lies in the selection of plants. We're talking about perennial fruits and vegetables that, once established, will reward you with a never-ending harvest. From fruit trees and berry bushes to perennial herbs and unique vegetables, we've got an impressive list lined up for you. So, are you ready to transform your gardening game? Stay tuned to discover the fruits and vegetables that can be planted once for a never-ending harvest. Let's start with a classic, fruit trees. Picture this, your own private orchard brimming with fruit-bearing trees of all types. Imagine apple trees heavy with crisp, juicy apples, or pear trees offering up their sweet bounty. Picture cherry trees adorned with ruby-red jewels, peach trees with their fuzzy sun-kissed fruit, plum trees laden with succulent treats, and fig trees with their unique honeyed delights. Each of these trees, once matured, becomes a living, breathing fruit factory, tirelessly producing a continuous supply of fresh fruit year after year. All it takes is a little patience and care in the beginning, and you'll be rewarded with a never-ending feast of fresh fruits. The best part? No replanting required. So, consider adding a variety of fruit trees to your garden for a constant supply of fresh fruits. It's a one-time investment that keeps on giving, making your garden truly evergreen. Next on our list are berry bushes and sweet potatoes. Berry bushes, including raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, and currant bushes, are a must-have in your never-ending garden. These bushes, once they've taken root, will treat you to a bounty of sweet, juicy berries year after year. Not only are these berries a delight to the taste buds, but they also pack quite a punch when it comes to vitamins and antioxidants. Now, let's talk about sweet potatoes. These versatile tubers are a staple in many kitchens around the world. Plant them once and you'll be blessed with a bountiful harvest year after year. Sweet potatoes aren't just delicious, they're also brimming with essential nutrients like fiber, vitamin C, and potassium. So, whether you're a fan of tart raspberries, juicy blackberries, or hearty sweet potatoes, these plants are excellent choices for a never-ending garden. Berry bushes and sweet potatoes are the perfect combination of sweet and savory, making your garden a feast for the senses. Now, let's move on to perennial herbs and kale. Among the most rewarding plants in a never-ending garden are perennial herbs like mint, thyme, oregano, sage, and chives. These culinary powerhouses are not just about flavor, they're also about practicality. Plant them once, and they'll come back year after year, ready to be snipped for your next culinary adventure. They bring a freshness to your dishes that dried herbs simply can't match. Let's not forget about perennial kale, a real champion in the garden. Unlike its annual counterpart, perennial kale doesn't require replanting each season. Instead, it keeps producing nutritious, tasty leaves throughout the year, perfect for your salads, smoothies, and stir-fries. It's a wonderful way to ensure you have a steady supply of greens, even in the colder months. Perennial herbs and kale are great additions to your garden, providing freshness and nutrition year-round. Continuing our list, we have walking onions, rhubarb, and artichokes. Each of these plants has its own set of unique characteristics that make them an invaluable addition to your never-ending garden. First up, we have walking onions, a fascinating variety that seems to have a life of its own. Unlike your typical onion, the walking onion produces clusters of bulbils at the top of their stalks. Over time, these stalks bend over and the bulbils plant themselves into the ground, sprouting new onions. This self-sowing mechanism means you'll have a continuous supply of fresh green onions, all without lifting a finger. Next, we turn our attention to the rhubarb plant. Known for its tart, edible stalks, rhubarb is a perennial vegetable that you can harvest year after year. Its tangy flavor profile is a welcome addition to pies, jams, and sauces, adding a zesty kick that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Once established, rhubarb plants are hardy and require very little maintenance, making them an ideal choice for your self-sustaining garden. Finally, we have globe artichokes, a gourmet delight that's not only delicious but also incredibly rewarding to grow. These perennial plants produce edible flower buds that can be harvested year after year. The distinctive taste of artichokes adds a touch of sophistication to any dish, whether it's a simple dip or a luxurious risotto. And the best part? Once planted, artichokes will keep providing you with these edible treats for many years to come. In summary, walking onions, rhubarb, and artichokes are not only unique but also provide a steady harvest year after year. These plants are hardy, require little maintenance, and offer a bounty of flavors, making them excellent additions to your never-ending garden. Lastly, we have horseradish, strawberries, and asparagus. Let's start with horseradish, a root crop that is often overlooked, yet offers a perennial powerhouse in your garden. Once planted, this hardy plant will continue to grow year after year, providing you with a zesty condiment that can spice up your meals. It's a plant that asks for little but gives a lot, making it an excellent choice for those looking to create a sustainable garden. Next, we move on to strawberries. Now, most strawberry plants are treated as annuals, but did you know there are perennial varieties out there? These varieties, such as the Alpine or Mignonette, can continue to produce sweet, juicy berries for several years. Imagine having your very own supply of fresh strawberries every year, perfect for a summer treat or adding a burst of flavor to your morning cereal. And last, but certainly not least, we have asparagus. Asparagus is a perennial vegetable crop that requires a little patience but rewards you immensely in the long run. Once established, an asparagus patch can provide you with tender, delectable spears each spring. It's a true garden gem, offering a reliable harvest for years, even decades to come. So there you have it. Horseradish, strawberries, and asparagus. 3 diverse crops, each with their unique flavor and growing habits, yet all providing a dependable harvest year after year. By including these plants in your garden, you're not just growing food, you're cultivating a sustainable source of nourishment that can support you and your family for years to come. Horseradish, strawberries, and asparagus are excellent choices for a never-ending garden. So there you have it. We've journeyed through the lush greenery of a never-ending garden, exploring the many fruits and vegetables that you can plant just once for a bounty that keeps on giving. From the sturdy, fruit-bearing trees that grace our backyards with apples, pears, cherries, and more, to the resilient berry bushes that offer a yearly dose of sweet, vitamin-rich delights. We've dug into the earth to plant versatile sweet potatoes, a staple in any pantry, and marveled at the culinary treasures of perennial herbs, bringing both flavor and freshness to our dishes. We've discovered the robust perennial kale, a gift that keeps on giving, and the unique walking onions that plant themselves, ensuring a continuous supply of green onions. We've tasted the tartness of rhubarb stalks, a perennial vegetable that adds a tangy flavor to our food. We've admired the globe artichokes, a gourmet delight and perennial plant that produces edible flower buds year after year. We've experienced the zesty punch of horseradish, a root crop that stands as a perennial powerhouse in the garden. We've savored the sweet, juicy berries from perennial strawberry plants, a tasty treat that keeps on giving. And lastly, we've appreciated the patience of asparagus, a perennial vegetable crop that rewards us with tender spears each spring. Each of these plants, in their own unique way, contributes to the creation of a garden that doesn't ask for replanting each year. A garden that is not just a source of food, but also a testament to sustainability and self-sufficiency. By choosing to plant these fruits and vegetables, you're investing in a garden that will provide for you year after year, a garden that will grow with you. Remember, a never-ending garden not only provides a continuous harvest, but also contributes to a sustainable lifestyle. See you in the next video.